on one cheek, I will push forward with my fist. Salam alaikum.
Because we have to get on the buses by 12:30. We're going to close at this point, and there is a symbolic way this closing is done. The flag is removed from the grave and folded. It'll be handed today to Sister Lori, one of our elders who have been here for as long as I can remember, Lord. And each of you will be shown how to salute that flag in turn. How you doing, Brother Mike? And so, brothers, stop. The symbol of this flag being present, because this flag represents a nation. This flag was handed to us by the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. Before any other African nation outside of Liberia and Ethiopia, they were the only two nations that had a flag before this flag. So this is one of the oldest African flags in the world. And it symbolizes the plight of the Africans in the entire Western Hemisphere, not just in North America. And so we hold this flag as though it's our total land. It's our spirit, you know. And this flag have laid on this grave now for 52 years, the same flag. And so when you salute it by coming to Sister Lori, place your right hand on the flag and place your right hand then on your heart. It is to tell the African nation, we will die for you, because Malcolm died for us. And this is serious, this is not symbolic. You know, as we got a former political prisoner standing here, many of our comrades are going to die in there unless we get them out. We've already buried some who were in there. And they were young men in their 20s fighting for your freedom when they were kidnapped and incarcerated by our enemies. And so when you salute this flag, you're dedicating your life, your children's life, and your grandchildren's life. Because this is about intergenerational struggle for freedom. It won't be done until it's done. And we didn't start 500 years ago. It didn't start 1,000 years ago. It started when the first Europeans set foot on the continent of Africa, Northeast Africa, which we now call the Middle East. There's no such thing as the Middle East. It's Northeast Africa.
Teach, Brother James.
And so we've been fighting in a defensive posture since then.
6,000 years.
We need to begin to fight in an aggressive posture. And when Malcolm told us that you can't change anybody unless you're willing to change yourself. He showed you he came from the lowest spot in the society and he changed himself. And that gave him the moral authority to help and change others. And the change don't just mean changing your name or put on some African clothing, because that's not change.
Thank you.
You have to change your character, you have to change your essence, you have to change your belief, you have to change your understanding. Because this is real. Otherwise, you're responsible for the oppression of your children, your grandchildren, and your great-children. You're the one that will be held responsible because you didn't do what you had to do to make sure it never happened again.
That's right.
So peace and blessings. I turn it back over to the Sons of Africa to finish the ceremony.
Brothers, attention! Turn!
The young men you say wearing white, they're different young men every year. And we do that. We could have people who are constant. But every year, a different group of young men get the opportunity to pay this respect. So if they don't turn exactly right, it isn't because they're not trained. They didn't even know they were going to wear the white robes until they got on the bus. Okay? So we need to give an applause thanks to them. And don't be afraid. That's your flag. Represents your nation. It's one of the oldest African nations in the world. Don't be afraid.